Hey, what's up, guys? So there's the Double Honor event this weekend, and that's great for PvPing and arena and earning tons of honor and such like that. As you can see over here, this is what I want to talk about those markets in econ because I don't really do PvP much. Not good at it, not my thing. But as of now, with the PvP event starting, that means a lot of other things are affected directly based on the market. So as you can see over here, we have a sale list. And these are things that are currently sold. So I just list barley seed bundles. And as of just a few seconds ago, we sold some rock salts, rock salt combined feed. So you can go ahead and take a look at the list of what we're selling. And things are always changing in Archeage. The economy is ever changing and ever growing. So you'll notice that thanks to the honor weekend in part and part of other things and just the surplus of Archeum in the system, that stabilizer prices are peaking back up again. And so yesterday there was only a few stacks on the auction house, and they were all in stacks of 100. At that point, you could list a small quantity, as you can see here. So I started listing a couple of the rock salts at 3, because that's all you need for one pigment is you need 3, and listing them right around here at the 275, 285, 295, right around that range. And they started selling like crazy, even though the lowest price out there was 1 gold and like 85 silver. No one wanted to buy a stack of 100 rock salt stabilizers. They either didn't have the money to or just didn't want to use 100 of them. So as the time progressed down, the rock salt stabilizers ended up actually falling off of the auction house, and there was a bidding frenzy at that point, because not only was it the cheapest on the auction house, but then you could also bid on it and get it cheaper. So at that point, you were able to pick up a stack of rock salt stabilizers for like 1.7 per silver, and I was able to win 2 of those stacks, and someone else won 2 of the other stacks. And at that point, the auction house was then pretty much cleared out of rock salt stabilizers, and then the new price now became 275 or 285, right around there. And you'll notice that there's not many on the auction house. There was a very limited supply. We just popped again, so that means we just sold something. Very, very limited supply. And then the other thing that's happening as well is charcoal. Charcoal stabilizers have been eliminated from the auction house. There was an extremely small supply of this now. The supply that was there has been all gobbled up and eaten, and now there is just huge demand for these stabilizers because Archeum prices are really, really cheap, and everything else is fairly cheap as well. So now these stabilizers, they require 22 hours to get from trade packs. So you turn a trade pack in, 22 hours later you get the stabilizers. People have to wait. They want that instant gratification. So these things have just been devoured. They were earlier today at like 1.5, 1.6 on Morpheus, occasionally right around there. And someone came in and gobbled them all up. And now there's going to be a brand new price, and it looks like it's going to be right around the 2 or 3 gold per stabilizers. So again, that's going to directly influence everything in the game. That's going to influence the polishes, the pigments, the oils, because you need 3 of those guys. As you can see, more things are selling slowly but surely. The bubbles are popping. So you need those, stabilizers to make these pigments and polishes, which means these pigments and polishes are all going to go up in value based on the stabilizers, going up in value. There's not many on here. So this is a great way. So some guy potentially could have monopolized the entire stabilizer market, and it's a lot easier to do on a small server like Morpheus and Rangor. And when I say small, the populations is huge. This is the largest server in North America and in EU. Definitely in North America. There's actually queues on this server. The population is at an all-time high here, but we do not have 3 other servers connected to us. So we don't have one giant auction house cluster. We have one server feeding everything into this one auction house. This one auction house here is very easy to manipulate. If you have a decent chunk of change, you can go and buy everything up and try and sell them at a higher price. And it's working out pretty well for these charcoal guys, for the rock salt guys, and for markets like that. So expect prices on all of the crafting things to rise, and since the prices on the crafting things are rising, the Archeum prices should actually drop, because if you can't craft, that means you can't really use Archeum. So Archeum is a little bit highish right now. It's at 70 silver for a shard, and then for crystals, it's around 4 gold for a crystal. So Archeum is a little bit highish. So Archeum was right around 2 to 3 the other day, and when that was that cheap, people were just like, craft, 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 let's go, let's go. So you had really cheap arcium, you had really cheap rock salt, really cheap charcoal, and people were just in a crafting frenzy. And that's what happened, and now the arcium has dried up some. The stabilizers have dried up some. If you are looking to make money, stabilizer runs are going to be amazing right now. If prices stay around, 2.5, 250 or 3 gold per stabilizer, you can go do a quick run and get, 30 to 40 gold per trade pack by doing a cross-continental trade pack. And then you multiply that by a couple runs, or if you got a merchant ship, or, even a clipper with a couple boxes on it, you can make some good bank really, really quick there. So stabilizers are probably what you want to do. Again, I mean, that's one trade back for like 30 to 40 gold. That's a really, really great return on your value. And you always just got to keep constantly looking and checking out what's going on in the marketplace. It's a great thing to do is to make a sale tab so you know what's going on. It will actually get you really distracted, though, because you're going to be hearing these bubbles and popping things and checking your sale list and be like, oh, that sold, that sold. And so then you're going to want to like resupply. So like I just sold, what is this, the corn. So I want to go put more corn up here because it's probably all sold out. So you can see I got barley still. Yep, all my corn is sold out. So I need to go and put some more corn on there. Need to put some more rice on there because the rice is all sold out. So you'll get very distracted and your time will just get eaten up. But you'll be making a lot of money on this if you have a sales tab here and you keep track of what's going on, what's selling, what's really hot right this moment, because it's all about in that moment what's hot, what's in demand, and what is what people really want to buy right now.